far away, welcome. I met Solay about 2 weeks ago, I think. Random interview, and we found out that we work both in the same space a little bit of personal development, and he's organizing high-end personal development retreats, extreme out-of-the-box experiences for male entrepreneurs, and focuses on wealth and spirituality. And he's a wealth manager and will tell you all about his story. It's very inspiring. Can I get a last applause? And thank you so much. I'm going to give you this mic.
Thank you. Can I get the other mic by any chance? Yeah, when you can. Okay. Yes. Welcome, everybody. I can tell you've been here all day. You've been listening, taking a lot of notes. And I'm going to switch. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I know you've been here all day. You are probably tired, maybe jet lagged. You're trying to get the most out of this experience. You've probably paid a bunch of money. So I want to make this fun. I want to make this educational, and I want to make this transformative for you. All right? How many of you are okay with that? Say aye. Aye. Thank you. Okay, so please stand up. Find someone that's not next to you, and pick up partner A and partner B really quickly. Hurry, hurry, urgency. We don't have all day. Someone you haven't talked to, maybe someone you haven't hung out with. If you know each other, try not to, unless you're both lonely, nobody else chose you. Then you're... Okay, perfect. Choose a partner A and a partner B. Please do that right now. Very quickly. Okay. Partner A, you have 20 seconds to share 3 reasons why you want to be wealthy. 20 seconds to share why you want to be wealthy. Partner A, go ahead. Five seconds. Okay, close it up, please. Thank you. When you're ready, raise your hand so I know you're done. Please raise your hand so I know you're done. Okay, perfect. Partner B, 20 seconds, not more, 20 seconds. 3 reasons why you want to be wealthy. Please go ahead. Okay, raise your hand when you're done. Thank you. Thank you. One more share. We're going to go one more round. Partner A, 3 reasons why you don't think you have wealth yet. 3 reasons why you don't think you're wealthy yet. Go for it. Partner A, 20 seconds. Okay, when you're done, raise your hand, please. Thank you. When you're done, raise your hand. Some of you are giving 20 reasons why you're not wealthy yet. We'll get to that. Just a joke, okay? Partner B, your turn to share 3 reasons why you're not wealthy yet. Please go ahead. Okay, when you're done, please raise your hand. Beautiful. When you're done, please raise your hand. I love it. People are going deep. They're going deep. Okay, when you're ready, raise your hand. Some of you are going really deep. I love it. Okay, if you're done, give each other a hug. Give each other a hug. High energy hug. Thank you. And Try to have a seat close to each other. Don't go back to your old seats. Try to have a seat close to each other. You're gonna be with this person for a little while, okay? Beautiful. So welcome to this part of the conversation. My name is Solay Rad, and I'm super grateful for Michelle for inviting me. Super proud of you for what you've created here. I know it's very, very, very needed. So a little bit about my background. I'm a financial advisor. I manage over $200 million of wealth. And I also I'm semi-retired from the financial advisory industry. I moved to Tulum and I wanted to create the world's most radical personal development retreats. So we jump off of helicopters, we work with tribes, we do peyote in the middle of nowhere, really radical stuff. But I want to talk to you about my journey of how I got here. And I want to kind of relate with you in many ways. You know, as we go through this entrepreneurial journey, we hear so many pieces of advice, right? Be ambitious, don't give up, go harder, study more, be accountable, smile, ask the right questions, and these are all great pieces of advice. But very few people talk to us about our relationship with money. Very few people talk to us about the financial blockages we have when it comes to emotions. So my story is that I was born in Iran, Middle East, next to Iraq. The year I was born, there was a war, so I literally grew up in a bomb shelter for 8 years. Kind of cool start, right? Joke. So my parents immigrated to America as war refugees with no money, no language, no culture, nothing. And from the age of 8, by the age of 33, I was making $1 million of income with multiple employees, supporting my parents financially, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Not saying that to impress you with how much money I made, but it's really interesting to me that I came to a country with $0, zero advantage, zero any leverage, and I was able to get myself to that point. And then I look at other people, I'm like, how is it that you're not able to do that, right? And I started thinking about what are some of the things that we don't learn from our teachers, our coaches, we don't learn from motivation gurus in terms of how to create wealth. Things that I used to go from $0 a year to $1 million a year of income, things that we don't really talk about. So I want to talk to you about some of these little nuances that make a huge difference. Okay? So yes, I worked hard. Of course you gotta work hard. But there's another part of making money that very few people talk about. So what I'm gonna propose to you is that, how many of you have had an inheritance from your parents? Anybody get an inheritance? No. Actually, I'm gonna bet that you've all had an inheritance from your parents. And the inheritance you've had is the relationship with money. So think about your parents. Think about your parents and think about what was their relationship with money. Was it a relationship based on anger, sadness, jealousy, shame, shyness, resentment? Or was their relationship with money a relationship based on joy, gratitude, love, connection? Right? I'm going to propose to you that you receive your emotional relationship with money from your parents. And we're going to do a quick partner share in just a second. But I want you to write this down. Please write down the following. We have 11 emotions that we can feel. Some of you are gurus and you have different strategies and styles of emotions, but go with mine for now. 11 emotions. I want you to write down these 11 emotions, okay? Number 1, gratitude. And no one of these emotions is better or worse, okay? They're all neutral. Gratitude, love, happiness, joy, excitement. Then below that we have sad, shy, shame, scared, jealous, and angry. Did I say angry? No, I haven't. Angry. Those are the 11 emotions that we can feel. So in this moment, I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath real quickly for me, please. Take a deep breath for me, please. And check this list and find out for me which one or two emotions you're currently carrying in this moment. Which of those emotions are you carrying in this moment? And just take inventory of that. Okay? This is a really great guide that I use every second of every day to check in with myself. How am I feeling in this moment? Now we're talking about emotions connected to wealth. Okay? And what I'm going to propose to you is that wealth is not just an energy source, it's an actual entity. So if you have a relationship with an entity or a human being, for example, and this relationship is based on sadness, resentment, shyness, shame, anger, how great of a relationship are you going to have with this person in your life? Imagine if I had a spouse and I was constantly angry, shy, sad, shame, scared. How close would I get to her? How close would she get to me? Not that close, right? So we want to start looking at wealth in the same way. If you actually have a relationship with this entity of wealth that is focused on certain emotions, this entity will actually work with you, literally. What wealth mentality does? Wealth mentality equals ownership, whether it's in assets like homes and cars or in emotions. Ownership. So what is ownership? It's own your shit. Own your shit mentality. So own your shit mentality doesn't hide. Own your shit mentality, when there's a problem, you're the first one to own it. Hey, here's what's going on. We're going to take care of it, no problem. And I'll give you some examples. You ever had somebody who says, can I borrow $1,000? I promise I'll give it back. They borrow $1,000, a month goes by, 2 months goes by, nothing. 6 months goes by, they don't even say anything anymore. You know what that is? That's poverty mentality. Why? Because they're not full frontal. They're not owning anything. They're not ownership. What is ownership? Ownership is the guy who says, hey, your name, brother?
Derek.
Derek, listen, my name is Solay. I'm one of your good friends. Man, I'm struggling. I just lost my job. I really can't pay my bills. Can I borrow $1,000 and I will pay you back in 30 days or less? And you may say, yes, I might borrow the money. And if I don't have it in 30 days, guess what ownership does? Hey, Derek, what's it, Derek?
Derek.
Hey, Derek, look, I borrowed $1,000. I don't have it right now. I want to take ownership for that. Is there anything I can do to return value, or can you give me a little bit of an extension? 30 days goes by. Hey, Derek, I made a mistake. I haven't been able to do. You see how different that energy is, guys? Right? Whereas poverty mentality is a mentality of minimize problems. Pretend they're not there so nobody can see it. Meanwhile, everybody sees it. Right? It's the person that says, can I sleep on your couch for one night, and then they sleep for 10 nights, 12 nights, 30 nights, 5 years, and they don't even say anything. Right? So when you're in ownership, you're taking full responsibility for all of your life. And you're not just expressing, but you're exposing. Why? Because you know you have power. You know you can fix things in your life. You're not minimizing it all the time. Right? Whereas our parents who may have taught us poverty mentality, they're always trying to pretend that there's no problems, even though you can all see your parents' problems very easily. Right? They're always trying to pretend like they don't have money, even though they have it, or that they have money, even though they don't have it. Right? So what I learned that I love to teach people about is how to operate in wealth mentality in all parts of your life. Your financial life, your spiritual life, your sex life, your relationship life. And by the way, here's how wealth mentality looks like in the bedroom. Also exists. So you ever been at a bar, you pick up on somebody, and you don't really even know them. You're both kind of drunk. You go home. You're kind of going to hook up that night. What happens when you get in the door? You turn off the light. We've all done this, by the way. Right? If you haven't, you got to try it. Right? You go home. You quickly turn off the lights. You might put on some music, and then you go right under the sheets. It's sideways. There's no frontal. You're minimizing, right? And then what happens? What's the position what's the position the receiver gets into? What's the sexual position they oftentimes get into in circumstances like that? Doggy style. Why? Because it's not full frontal. It's anonymous. It's anonymous. We're not confronting each other. You do you, I do me. Poverty mentality. Wealth mentality in the bedroom. Wealth mentality in the bedroom. You meet someone and you talk to them. And you say, hey, here's how I'm feeling. How you feeling? And you say, hey, let's go home. If they come home with you, you're having a conversation about sex. You're talking about your desires. You're connecting. You're creating intimacy with that person, not anonymity. Right? Same with your employees, by the way. If you have any employees, we don't want anonymity with our employees. We want a full frontal. Every employee you have, you should be checking in with them. How are you? What's coming up for you? How can I support you? When you see that there's something that's gone wrong in their life, or they did something wrong in their day that affected you, don't let it slip. That's poverty. Full frontal. Hey, I care about you. What's happening? How can I support you? What's going on for you? You guys hear the similarities here? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to finish up and checking my time. Let's just see. Almost time, right? 1 minute. Okay. So last thing I want to share about poverty.
Share about wealth. Who cares?
One last thing, because it's a good contrast, right? The other thing about poverty mentality people is they don't ask for help. They hide their weakness. Wealth mentality people, they're full frontal about everything. Hey, here's where I need help. Here's where I can help you. Right? And so please start to get used to taking ownership of all parts of your life. When you need help, be the first to ask for it. When the bill comes, you're at a restaurant with your friends, you should be the one reaching for it. Don't wait. The waiter is the poverty mentality. They're waiting for somebody to say something. The owner says, hey, how are we splitting this bill? Or, I'll take it. Right? It's that poise. It's the CEO mentality. Okay? Okay. So far, how was this experience for you? Good. Again, I want to say thank you to Michelle. And
Thank you.
This has been such a beautiful, Michelle's been talking about this for the last couple of weeks since I started talking to her about it. And I had no idea how wonderful this group of people are and how dynamic this event is. So congratulations to you. And for any of you who want to hang out and talk a little bit afterwards, feel free. I am just doing a lot of men's personal development work. We got events that we do around town in Tulum. We talk about wealth, spirituality, emotions, sexuality. All of it is combined, called Men of Means. Also, if you're interested in joining our WhatsApp chat, see Max. He'll add you to our WhatsApp chat. If you're a man, he'll add you to the men's group. If you're a woman, you can be added to our conscious singles community. And we're starting to combine personal development and wealth with singles matching. So that's something new project we're working on together. Other than that, thank you so much for your patience. I know you had a long day, and I really hope you enjoyed this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. So again, thank you to all the speakers. I think it were 3 topics that are very applicable to all our personal and professional lives. I was very inspired and entertained, and basically we're going to do now connection session and sound healing, but I really want to have a moment to let it all sink in, because we got a lot of information and we're going to go to another space right now. But take a moment for yourself, close your eyes for a minute, and all the information that you just got, and everything that you learned today, just have a minute for yourself and let it sink in. What did you resonate with? What stick to your mind? And what is something that you're going to take home after this experience? Alright, and when you're ready, I invite you to slowly come back to the space. And then I'm going to share the next part of the program with you. And we had a lot of business talk and inspirational words, but now we're going to go connect with each other on a personal level. And that is through a connection session with the lovely Shafiq. And Shafiq is over there. Shafiq will walk with you. Does he guide the people? He's going to go already? All right. So number 1 to number 17, that's the number on your badge. You will meet Shafiq within 10 minutes at the rooftop, so where we do the morning workout. And then we have number 18 to number 36 are gonna have a sound healing session with our lovely Avi and with Emmanuel. And they're gonna take care of you in a cave, and I'm 100% sure that you've never seen a cave like this. I promise you. So today we're gonna do again something that you've never experienced and done and seen before. We're gonna keep on surprising you. So for the last time, guys, I'm sorry? At the pool. Is that okay? I'm sorry. You're gonna meet at the pool, and then we're gonna guide you at the cave, or else you're gonna be lost in the jungle, and we don't want that. We need to search for you tonight. I'm very sorry. And then after, so the both activities will be taken about 30 minutes, and then you're gonna switch. So when you're done on the rooftop, after 30 minutes, then you're gonna go to the cave or to the